The goal with this bass was pretty simple. I wanted to create what I felt like was the perfect vintage styled P, borrowing from late 50s, early 60s, you know, like the golden era of the P bass, adding some features that sonically and feel-wise checked a lot of boxes for a lot of different players. It all starts with the pickup, for sure. You know, that pickup's our Empire '58 spec. It's only available in these basses. Gives you a little bit of the '62, gives you a little bit of the '57. You have warmth, you have bottom end, but you also have articulation and compression. I also think adding the roasting options to the neck and the body have a big part in the sound of the instrument. You know, you lighten up that wood ever so slightly, you open up the pores by roasting, kind of a quick aging process, and I just like the look of it. So every time I was always gravitating towards basses that had the roasted look or those really dark necks. I like the worn in kind of look to it. I think sonically a one-piece neck is great because you eliminate the fingerboard, any layer of glue there. So, you know, the resonance of the string is a little more directly transmitted down through the body. I think that's important. Profile-wise, we did a 60s oval C, and then fretboard radius is 9.5. Precision basses have been a part of my playing now for the better part of 12 or 15 years. I remember when my father brought a '78 precision bass back home from Florida, and at that point, you know, this was early 2000s, I was knee deep in the 5-string active boutique kind of thing, exotic tops, which are still cool, but I remember the light kind of getting turned on when I took the '78 to a gig. It just sounded so big and so warm. I thought, yeah, okay, I get it now. That's really where the love affair with the precision bass started for me. And through all those years of recording and gigging, compiling all that data internally, as well as the experience here at Empire, talking to customers, building a lot of basses, and realizing, yeah, I think there's something here. I think getting into these versatile options, neck profile, fretboard radius, the roasting, the sonic profile of it, it was kind of my thought that I'd be giving a lot of things, not only to myself, selfishly, but also to, I think, a lot of players out there. versatility of a P bass, I think, is somewhat underrated. In a live environment, it has enough power to cut through a mix. Even in a less than ideal live environment, it still works. I think it's even better in a recording environment. You can EQ it a multitude of ways. You can play with multiple different techniques, whether it be fingerstyle, slap, a pick. Takes effects really well. I always say a P bass can kind of do whatever you want it to do. There's not a musical situation you put a P bass in and it doesn't work. You can get into other basses that certainly will not fit in a musical environment. I don't know that you'll ever run into that with a P bass. I'm super proud of how these basses turned out. I'm lucky to be in the position I am here at Empire Music to have had the opportunity to work on that bass and to develop it. You never know, you see specs on a sheet and we talk to the custom shop about the builds and we're getting all the feedback internally and externally, but you really don't know until you open up that first case how the bass is gonna truly feel and sound. And I remember really playing the first note, probably an A or an open E, just sounded incredible. And every time I pick one up or we get new ones in the shop, I just remind myself how lucky I am to have been involved in that process. It was an absolute pleasure.